True. But at the end of all that, now Dame is threatening to sue the Breakfast Club for defamation. You heard about this?
Allegedly, yeah. Allegedly.
I don't know if he's really going to sue.
Allegedly. I mean, I haven't seen a lawsuit as of yet, so...
Well, it wouldn't be against you. It would be against the radio station, right?
Yeah, but this is the thing. You got to prove defamation.
Right.
And how was he defamed? Revolt came out and said...
Oh, yeah.
That. People from BET sources said that. Like, both of them said it wasn't true. So if the actual company is saying it was... Like, I'm so confused with that.
He's been doing this. Remember years ago, he announced he's buying Karma.
No.
Yes. Look it up. It's him and Kanye like hanging out. And he's like, yeah, I just going to say, I'm buying Karma. We function on a different level here. They never bought Karma. Mm-hmm. I know the company that bought Karma. Because me and the president of the company were friends at the time. But yeah, he never bought Karma. But he announces things as if they're a fact. And then he threatens to sue for defamation when it's proven that it was a lie. He's probably going to sue me over this.
I'm sure.
I have no idea. The thing is that how do you even sue at the point where you have no money, where you're minus 25 million in the hole? Like, no lawyer's going to take that on contingency. What lawyer is going to sue the Breakfast Club on contingency over that interview? None.
You know what? When you see these things, you just got to shake it off and laugh.
Well, but here's the thing, though, right? Mm-hmm. People want to count out Dame Dash, but he made a genius move because he's down 25 million, right? Mm-hmm. Well, he just sued Cameron for 300 million.
Right. So
that's 275 million up,
right.
After he gets that 300 million from Cameron.
Correct.
Boom. Chestnut checkers.
Chestnut checkers. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I laugh so much watching Dame Dash in his videos. I watch when his teeth fell out. I watch when he makes these accusations. It is what it is. I mean, like, it's really sad. And the reason I say it's really sad because I actually see the work that Dame put in for Roc-A-Fella and Roc-A-Wear and Armadale and State Property and the movies. Like, I paid in full. Like, I actually seen the work. So to see him go out like this is it's just pitiful.
Well, I mean, here's the thing, though, right? Was it really the work that Dame put in, or was the fact that he was partnered with Jay-Z?
You can't take away the work that he did.
I mean,
you can't take
But look what happened when Jay-Z wasn't in the picture anymore.
It was three of them. Like, it was perfect time, perfect magic, right? It was the perfect time, right? He had another deal with Priority. It didn't work. They worked the deal. They got to Def Jam and took off. It was all three of them that made Roc-A-Fella work. Now, if it was just Jay, could it have worked at that time? I don't know.
I think so.
You think so? I don't know. But because everybody played their part. It's like saying the Breakfast Club, right? If it was just Charlamagne, would it work? If it was just me, would it work the same? If it was just Angela Yee, would it work the same? Or the fact that you put us all three together and we all work together to get to that level? I don't know. I don't know what God would have had in store for us. And not to say that we all wouldn't have been successful, but maybe not like that.
But you could usually see the real talent when the partnerships break apart.
Correct.
And where the people continue to go.
Yeah, true.
Jay continued to elevate. Dame maintained for a little while and then went off the cliff. Biggs had a little bit of a hiccup over the whole arrest. I interviewed him about this. But ultimately, last time I checked with Biggs, he's always been financially good and he's got businesses with Jay and so forth. So the thing is like, did Dame really put in the work or did people tolerate him to work with Jay? You see what I'm saying?
That could be true too.
Do they just tolerate it? Because at the end of the day, who likes being yelled at?
Yeah.
In a business environment or a personal environment, who likes getting yelled at? But when the person getting yelled at says, well, if I punch this dude in the face or if I just quit, then I can't be in business with Jay anymore. So I have to tolerate this.
I'm not, and I don't want to defend Dame because whatever, but I will say this. Back in the day, maybe Dame was the businessman that got things done. Maybe he was the one that got the points, the contract, the money during that time. Maybe he was the business side of things, Maybe Biggs was the money and Jay was the talent. I don't know because I'm way younger than them. Or same thing with the movie Paid in Full. Was that Dame's idea? Was that Dame's creation? Because that was a classic movie. That was all Dame, they say. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Dame was, they said, the one that put Kevin Hart into a film. He was the one that allegedly pulled in, Kanye when nobody else wanted Ye. So certain things that you say you can't take away from him. What we see now is pitiful, but what he did in his contributions to hip hop, you can't take that away from him as much as he likes to yell, scream, and lose his teeth.
I mean, Kanye was there because he wanted to be next to Jay. He wanted to produce for Jay and he wanted to rap with Jay and so forth. So okay, so Dame found a guy that was in the vicinity that made sense. Look, he brought Cameron in, but Cameron was nice. A lot of times I just feel like Jay is the glue that held all this together. Mm-hmm. And once Jay exited out, then of course he had the Rachel Roy thing. Mm-hmm. And that's cool. And I think the thing with Dame that he doesn't realize is that he thinks it's always been him, when the reality, he's just been good at attaching himself to talented people. Mm. And that's what you have to realize. You have to humble yourself. You can't be the star when you're trying to attach yourself to the superstar.
But I will say one thing, and this is one thing that I don't think nobody talks about it much. How did Jay stay so long?
What do you mean?
How did Jay-Z, seeing this Dame Dash, stay that long in business with him?
Well, weren't they contractually tied until the company got sold? And then he went and bought all the masters out from under the whole situation?
I don't think I could work with Dame Dash that long. I just don't think. Like, everybody who has worked with him said they didn't enjoy working with him. Right? We've seen, you've done interviews with people.
Yeah. So I didn't enjoy working with him.
You didn't enjoy it,
right.
But you see what I'm saying? So the fact that Jay was able to work with him that long is crazy. On tour and all the things, that's crazy.
Well, keep in mind, I'm sure that Dame around Jay was a totally different Dame. You think that Dame was like that aggressive around Jay and snapping on him and screaming and whatever else?
I don't think Dame has changed. I think he probably was worse when he had money.
With Jay, though?
I think so.
I don't think so.
I think so.
I don't think so. People act differently with different people. People push the envelope with people they feel they could push the envelope with.
I agree with that. But I just think Dame back then, when he was on top of the world and Roc-A-Fella was on top and everything that he was doing was on top, I think he was probably a worse person. My opinion.
I don't know, man. Dame, back then at least he was truthful. Now he's just making up stuff. Like Revolt said, there is absolutely no path to acquisition by Dame Dash at all. Him being the chairman, all the BT stuff, it's all just made up. It's just made up.
Yeah, which I don't understand, but he keeps going with it, which is the craziest part, because Revolt sent out an email. They left a statement, but
yeah,
it's to the point where it's like I said, this interview is the interview that just won't go away. Like I'm tired of hearing Dame Dash.